So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 44. 45. Mike, 45. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
From the 29, Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Like 30. 54. Mike, 54. Watch the screen. Pass. Check your hot read. Alert. Alert 3.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Check out. Easy. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Let's convert.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
I know he ain't got it. Switch. Even. Joker. Let's go.
From the gun, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones will fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
That's what I do.
And now Bruce Arians, with the play clock running low, is going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? White 25. Check 55 to Mike. You get blocked, me. Wait. You get blocked. Come on. Mike 55. Easy. Hey, you don't want to see me.
From the 39, Winston. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. Got a man, it's Brashad Perriman. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. These 2 teams all tied after 1. And this one is right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Hey, Charlie. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 45's the Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Check. Hurry. Go.
Now it's the backup Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Tight ends right. Hey, 4 down.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. That's the pass. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Nassib just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rudolph. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Get ready. Switch.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Daniel McCullers in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Look at me, zipper.
Now it's the backup gather. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Come on, fellas.
A gain of 22 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Ready, ready.
Ball up to the Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Kill. Tighten up. Tighten up. Shift. Fair. Check 13. Yo. Go. Be ready. One minute.
Running with Barber out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard.
Come on, set. 50, plant. You. Spawn. No. 6-6, pull it high. You ain't doing nothing today. Now.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Third down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
He's down on the right. Hey, we got 3 downs.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyson Alualu drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
throwing again on second down. Rudolph. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, team 6, hit it.
Back to the air, Rudolph. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 34 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Boswell good with the extra point. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal, give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Gabbard. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They're going to run again with Snell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Move. 4 down. Check. Hey, Orbit. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey, pick your game. Now.
Here's Rudolph. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Rudolph just does beat the play clock. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A nice gain of 21 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Rock it. Under 10. Under 10. Go.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kendall Beckwith gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Buzz. Ready?
3rd and long, it's Rudolph. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return will stop right around the 25. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Once again, it's Barber. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Gabbard. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
So it's his 3rd field goal now with the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Starting the drive with Snell. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Rudolph. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Buccaneers have it.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
To throw again on second down, Rudolph. And he comes back with one complete. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. They'll go with Snell here on first down. Ryan Smith, the one in on the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Rudolph looking to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
Go, go.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. That is caught at the 7. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Down. 90 foot.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Go, go. Ready?
Back to throw, Rudolph. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Zach Gentry. Incomplete.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Watch out.
On second down, it's Snell. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now it's Rudolph. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Ryan Switzer there to make the grab. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Barber looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They're running it. Check 3, check 3. Out. Go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Barber on 1st and 10. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 99. Check 99. Squeeze. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll stay on the ground with Barber. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 28.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and run here with Barber. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Just enough to get the 1st down there with a 1-yard pickup.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
We go. 50 plant. You got nothing to work. You got nothing. He's coming. Double up, double up. Hey, Sam off. Watch twist. Watch it go.
On 1st down, Barber. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try to throw here. Gabbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, Gabbard. And this is caught at the 8. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. On first down, Rudolph looking for his running back, and he's got it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rudolph. And this is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
No gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Throwing, Gabbard. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, Never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Snell going to try the right side. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. They'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ryan Switzer ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
64,
Gabbert now from the 50. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now Snell. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are